This is a story about friendship, courage, and the battle between good and evil. Do you want to hear it? Okay, here we go. Episode 2: Rivendell and the Council. Frodo and his friends reached Rivendell, a city of elves, light, and wisdom. There, a council was held. Elves and dwarves, men and Gandalf came together. The fate of Middle-earth hung on a decision. Who would take the ring to destroy it? In the distance, Frodo saw beautiful waterfalls and trees that glowed with an inner light. As he got closer, the trees seemed to whisper secrets to him. It was like magic. He felt a little scared, but mostly excited. Maybe this place could help him on his quest. When he reached the council, many doors opened and closed. Elven warriors stood guard with sharp swords and bows. They looked like they stepped out of a fairy tale, but they were real. Frodo knew this was a very important meeting. All the best and wisest people had come to help. One of the elves, Lord Elrond, welcomed them all. He was like the leader of this group. Then everyone sat down around a big table made of crystal and wood. Frodo felt a little shy, but then Gandalf put a hand on his shoulder. He gave Frodo a small smile. It made Frodo feel a little braver. Around the table, there were many faces. Some were old and wise, others strong and proud. Frodo saw one face that stood out. It was Aragorn. He looked like a king, even though he wasn't one yet. His eyes twinkled like stars, and when he smiled, his teeth were as white as pearls. Frodo felt a little bit nervous around him. Then it was time for the most important part of the meeting. Everyone talked about what to do with the Ring of Power. Bilbo found it, but it was too dangerous for him to keep it. Frodo knew he had to do something, but he was just a hobbit. He liked gardening, not adventures. As the meeting went on, Frodo started to feel a little scared. All these important people were watching him. What if he couldn't do it? What if he lost the ring? As he looked around the table, he saw Gandalf staring into his tea. He looked far away, like he was thinking about more than just tea. Then Frodo heard a voice. She was an elf, and her voice sounded like singing bells. She told everyone that she believed in Frodo. Her words were like a warm blanket on a cold day. They made Frodo feel a little better. Then Frodo took a deep breath and said he would take the ring to Mordor. He wanted to help, even if it meant getting into big trouble. When he said those words, Frodo felt a little braver. He knew he had to do this, not just for himself, but for everyone in Middle-earth. Everyone clapped and cheered when Frodo agreed to help. The council was over. Now it was time to get ready for the journey. The fellowship was formed, and Frodo was its leader. With him were Sam, Merry, and Pippin. They were Frodo's best friends. They were loyal and brave, even if a little bit clumsy sometimes. Then there was Aragorn. He was a ranger, kind of like a nature detective. He was great at tracking things, and he knew everything about plants and animals. Legolas was an elf, and he was the best archer in all of Middle-earth. He could hit the smallest target from miles away. Gimli was a dwarf, and he was a warrior, strong and brave. He never backed down from a fight. Boromir was a man, and he was a soldier. He was really strong and smart, but sometimes he made decisions before thinking about them. And then there was Gandalf. He was a wizard, and he was the oldest and wisest member of the Fellowship. He was really powerful, and he could use magic, but he was also humble and kind. Together, they would face shadows, monsters, and darkness beyond imagining. But for now, it was time to rest. As the sun set over the mountains, the Fellowship made camp. They ate, they sang songs, and they told stories of their adventures. For a moment, Frodo felt happy to be part of such a great group. But in the morning, they would set out on their journey, and Frodo knew it would be a long and hard one. The Fellowship of the Ring sets out on a perilous journey. What will they find on the road? Stay tuned to find out. Bye.